Good morning. Okay. Alright. Brain fog. Here I am not even sick anymore, brain fog. Did I not have the door blockaded? No, I definitely did. Who exactly got in? And why? Do I have mail that I need to be concerned about? No, of course I don't. So why is someone breaking into my room? Huh. No, I didn't move it. And they definitely didn't move it back into the right place either. Sake. Did they... But they just reorganized my entire... Okay. You know... Sure. Just nothing new, but... Maybe I just need to go back to bed. Just give it a rest. I've also been doing that the past few days minimum. So maybe that's not the right move. I need to do something, show some sort of face. I have a book of conversations I need to have, don't I? Maybe it wouldn't be the worst idea. Where the hell are we getting this from? And for what reason? We have... That's the... Okay. You know... Okay. Gunpowder. More gunpowder. Of putting in this effort to stock as if it's not going to get stolen by the first greedy court member that comes along. Because look, we don't even have emeralds. They couldn't even leave enough emeralds to be sorted. What greed. Wonderful. Sure, you can go in there. You be relocated there. Which we'll put this. More gunpowder. Great. Awesome. Totally freaked me out. Okay. Hoorah. High energy. That is princely duty. Do I need to, like, send out inverse taxes? Could that be the move? Are my people struggling with money that bad where they cannot leave even a singular extra emerald? They have to take the full stack. The greed that contains them or runs through them. Now, yes. I don't think I'm, truthfully, a whole lot better. I take probably more than my fair share. But also, there's a system to it. I tried to leave some here, and we don't have extra storage for it. I frankly don't think it's wise to keep extra storage around for it. I mean, this is... It's currency. Normally you'd have a vault for this sort of thing. Matter of fact, I should do at least that. But it's just going to get yoinked anyways. So maybe there's minimal point to it. These tools. Make sure it goes to at least some use. Come on. Perfect. Did I have the wrong pickaxe out? Okay. Conversations that I need to have. Let's find out. Privately. Yay. No, I don't want that chair. Okay, I already checked in with Celica. Just my writing. You know, as much as I maybe should show face and talk with people, I think Aqua might be the lowest on that list. I don't have anything necessarily against her, but I did kind of bully her with the voice. She has an air to her. Is she an air? Was she at the court solstice? I thought Morel came with someone. Yeah, wasn't it Aqua? I don't know. Okay, talk with Rosalind. Great. That's so awesome and so descriptive. Thank you, Past Ezra. You're really, really helping me acclimate with this change. Awesome. Talk with Celica about everything. Also so helpful. Because also, is that not... No, that's a different conversation, because why wouldn't it be? Ah! One of these days, I hope I forget to transform. Need blood. Do I? Or am I just trying to get to the kitchen? Because she's going to hear the front door open immediately. No, I do need blood. Okay, I am justified. Not settling for excellent. Who do you think I am? Thank you. Some respect in this house. Okay, that didn't need to go in there. Stupid. Oh, there she goes. Where? Okay. Yeah, no worries.
Your Highness.
Good evening.
Your Highness, we need to have a discussion.
Not as good an evening. We can go to my quarters.
Indeed, this is unfortunately quite serious.
Yippee! Hip hip hooray! 3 cheers for the prince! Yippee-ki-yay! Hooray! I'll make us a space.
Thank you. I'm currently writing an incident report into the matter to better give you details on this. However, during magical studies today, Lady Lafayette attacked Lady Rosalind, and she suffered great injuries.
How fast do you bet I can put my head through a window? Because I'm betting about 2 seconds if I dive off the back of this couch and catapult myself right there.
I suppose to be more specific,
I
Professor
think I can
Saren
do
had
it
sanctioned a duel between
real
the two
quick.
of them as part of magical studies class.
If I go fast enough, it'd knock me
However,
out.
Lady Daphne attacked Lady Rosalind with great fervor, and when she went down, Professor Saren had attempted to help her back up. However, Lady Lafayette reached her first. And then all of a sudden, it was like an explosion. Professor Saren had attempted to give her first aid and took her to medbay. However, when I tried to assist, I was denied. Professor Castiel has been made aware of the incident as acting headmaster. However, it seems we have a lot of paperwork and a lot of discussions ahead of us.
Indeed.
Unfortunately, I cannot say with certainty that Lady Daphne does not have a motive,
Certainly
not
not.
to mention her turbulent history.
Yeah, so I have some questions on her motive as well, but I suppose we'll see. Did she speak at all?
Lady Lafayette,
Yes.
as far as I am aware, no. When class was dismissed, she was let go. I do not know if she had any discussions with any teachers. I do know that Professor Castiel is planning on investigating the incident. However, as far as the extent of my knowledge, that is it. However, I can provide witness statements as I was there.
What paperwork have you done so far?
I have the beginnings of an incident report. About all I have at this moment is during a duel in magic studies, Lady Daphne Lafayette sparred with Lady Rosalind Darcy. Daphne incapacitated Rosalind near immediately. Professor Saren approached Rosalind to help her back up. However, Lady Lafayette raced over to her first. When Lady Lafayette touched her, Rosalind went into immediate shock. Professor Saren told us to return to our seats while she administered first aid. I had insisted to help since Rosalind is of my court. However, I was denied. When I went to medbay, Rosalind had regained consciousness, likely due to Professor Saren's aid. She only had a few minor lacerations visible to me at the time.
You do know how to write an incident report, I'll give you that.
Indeed, there's more to come.
Is Rosalind still in medbay?
No, she has since returned to the dorms to retire. She is no longer awake.
I see.
Lord Mateus is keeping an eye on her at the very least, making sure she doesn't go off to do anything reckless.
Good.
I do believe that a discussion not only with Sol Katarina, but any other authorities should be heavily considered.
Perhaps.
There's been far too many attempts lately.
It's fine if we meet with Soul Katarina. She's... It's official business. That's what she...
I understand you may be wary of Professor Castiel, but seeing as he is acting headmaster at this moment, it may be good to have a discussion with him as well.
My distaste, I believe, it just stemmed from him offering, I suppose, a sanctuary the same day that the demons made whatever mark or move that they did. I believe it was insensitive and poorly timed.
I see.
I wasn't going to put my life in his hands another time past that.
Right.
Yes, perhaps a discussion.
Indeed.
Have you received any further information regarding Violet?
In what sense?
Anything I should be privy to? I believe I've made up my mind. If I can get myself in a room with her tonight, then it'll be a long conversation, I imagine. Which I'm so thrilled for, and I will not be considering Windows at all. I'll be so excited for this meeting.
Be privy to.
It'll be awesome. It'll be great. I'll be jubilant. I'll be knocking my socks off. I will be so overjoyed to have this conversation with her.
Well, I certainly know that Lady Violet has been in violation of quite a few school rules.
Past our previous conversation?
Indeed.
I'm gonna be sick. What might those be?
I believe she allowed a member of Court Solmera to enter our dormitories.
Do you know who?
I cannot say with full certainty that I remember.
I see. Is that all?
And no, there is more.
Naturally.
She has also admitted to me that she has broken into the other dormitories.
All of them?
I believe Sea Monster, at the very least, is the one that I recall. She had asked me to keep this information private, however.
Win stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I mean, realistically, you don't do these things, talk to the acting advisor about it, and then not expect that it gets back around. You play stupid, you win stupid. That's simple.
Indeed. My only regret is that this admission will likely land me in hot water with her.
That's her battle to fight, realistically. Because, should I wish to, this violates school rules. She could easily be sent home in hot water.
Understood.
Is that everything?
As far as I can recall, yes.
I see. Any other court ongoings I should know about?
As far as I am aware, no. However, I suppose I have a few questions for you, actually.
I swear I will up and leave. You ask the wrong question.
What was it at Kingdom Building you had to do that made you leave the Valentine's Festival early?
I am going to up and leave. Or sub 5 seconds that window. I have a request of Rosalind that I have floated in the air. I didn't wish to keep her waiting on that. There's also a bit of personal illness.
I see. You're aware that Lady Rosalind was in her booth for about 3 hours that day. If you had a discussion with her, it was quite brief, I imagine.
No, not that day.
I see. Regardless, was it so urgent that you had to leave Sol Katarina by her lonesome?
What are you getting at?
I simply am wondering. We of Court Bloodwind speak so highly of respect, and yet it seems very disrespectful to leave your date alone at the Valentine's Festival.
She was understanding of it.
Understanding, perhaps.
We were there as a matter of show that our courts work together and have faith in one another. The same that Cassian and Morel were there, no?
We have a formal allyship with Solmera.
No. Not yet.
I see.
I believe our appearance there together was simply a matter of showmanship. I don't believe it too disrespectful to leave early in that case.
Indeed.
Her
I
especially as
simply
an head
asked
heir.
because she seemed...
She, again, understood that we are often kept quite busy. Would you be able to reach out to either Lord Matthias or Lady Rosalind? See if I can get a conversation with them.
Of course, Your Highness.
Thank you. Stay in my room. I really could not care. Stop asking me questions. It's not your business. It's not business you understand in the first place. It's nothing you have any duty digging into. Frankly, that's a bit too fresh a wound. She of all people would understand busyness. I mean, that's... Anything, I am glad that she was busy. It meant that... Get out of my face. Her being busy helped me realize I am not engaging in whatever the hell's going on in there. That was Daphne. I'm really not engaging in what's going on in there. No, I am not. Hells no. No. Her being absent the way that she was, it put to me the important note that it is a fool's errand. It was... Okay. It was a wake-up call. If not for that, I wouldn't have seen that. I'm, I guess, misled. I don't know what words to ascribe it. Extra credit. Where the hell'd you come from? Good evening.
Hello. I was told you wanted to speak with me.
I was told you were overseeing someone.
What?
Not this someone.
Oh.
Sorry, handsome.
Oh.
Yes, you... I'm not exactly delving into details here, but...
I see.
Yes, I was told that you were keeping watch over that certain somebody.
Yes, she...
One moment. Goodbye, Silas. Have yourself a good night.
I didn't want to interrupt your conversation.
Some people. What conversation am I in? Welcome back.
Thank you. She went to rest, so I left her. I let her be.
I see. Make us a space if you want to walk and talk.
That works.
So, what have you seen of it? The ongoings.
Of the Rose
With
situation?
Roasted, yes.
Oh, I've only heard. I wasn't there at the class, but I was given a full detail of what happened.
I see. And you were overseeing her, I suppose, in the dorm you share?
Yes.
How is she?
She's probably gonna be hurting in the morning.
I
She
would
has-
assume, I was told it was a brutal attack.
Yes. She has bruises and scratches.
Did you
She
hear
got
anything
blasted in her face.
Yes, I did. I think Celica mentioned something about an explosion.
Explosion where?
Or some sort of blast.
Oh, it was arcane magic, and Daphne went full force towards Rose, and she was just like blown in the face because of it.
Sorry. Popular, it seems. You said you weren't at the class. You haven't seen Daphne herself?
No, I have not.
Celica reported that apparently Daphne just left without a word. Which
I
don't
did see her walking back to her dorm earlier.
I don't know how you even managed to blast somebody in the face or brutally attack them and then just walk away. I'm concerned on motive is all.
That's also my concern.
What are your guesses?
Daphne has had
Who the
attitude
fuck are
in the
you?
past. I've been seeing them around. I don't know where they keep coming from.
New student. Great. I'm lost.
Where are you trying to go?
Upstairs. So what were you saying about motive?
Oh, Daphne has had attitude in the past from what I've seen. And
She's got nerve.
yeah, I don't know how much she likes Rose, but
I don't know how much she likes Bloodwin. Reserved. Great.
did a birthday party happen here?
Not anymore, but they evidently didn't clean up because no one does. So you believe it might just be Daphne being Daphne?
Yes.
As per the motive?
Well, I, I, my personal opinion, I think Daphne has something out for Rose.
What would have been done from Rose's end to justify anything?
Well, Daphne and Cassian were a thing before, and apparently they broke up. Silica has witnessed.
If you tell me
Cassian,
Rosalind and Cassian are a thing, I'm going to find a
No.
window and I'm going flying.
Nope, that I was not.
I'm not shifting. I timed it from my spot on the couch. I think sub 5 seconds I could be out that window clean, Mateus. Not those windows. That would take another second or two, but I head first. Eyes open.
I can assure you that they are not a thing.
Thank you. Good news in my day.
Silica has witnessed Cassian following Rose around a lot, though. So I'm sure other people have noticed that
Yeah,
as
because
well,
the demons are
including Daphne.
creeps. This is simple. This is they're weird.
They're nosy.
Yes, nosy, information hungry, and a million other fun adjectives to get you started. Right.
I personally don't know Daphne, but maybe she could be jealous if she has witnessed Cassian following Rose around
She's
after the breakup.
nosy. She's involved. She's dug into my business a few times. I know that much.
Mine as well.
Well, on, I suppose, another topic. You spoke to Veswin recently.
I saw her once when she was sick. She got up for tea in the middle of the night, and I accompanied her. And then we chatted for a bit, and I sent her off back to bed. But that was mostly it.
How long ago was this?
Earlier last week. Or
Well, that
Friday,
doesn't
I
help.
believe.
Okay, that's better. I see. She relayed to me that she'll be going back to court for medical treatment.
Oh yes, Rose informed me of that.
Good.
Today.
In her absence, I am acutely aware that we're losing a bit of a spine. Would you agree?
I agree heavily.
And myself and acting advisor Celica did have the discussion in which just keep walking.
You both had a discussion.
As much as I wish to engage Daphne in a discussion to figure out things there, I also don't wish to jump the shark any. No. Veswin and I had a discussion about sending her back to court, or yes, Celica and I had a discussion just on how to make up for her absence. I'll go peeking.
I think that's coming from my dorm.
And the, I believe, summative was trying to figure out everyone's majors.
Can I have that?
Well, goodbye. Take the other one down too, if you don't mind. Yes, we were talking about majors, and we were talking about having people step up and, for lack of less sharp wording, do their jobs, pick up work where applicable, and move from there. If I'm not mistaken, you are majoring to be a decorte, no?
Yes.
Do you have a passion or an excitement for that?
It's more so something I'm already used to, so I was like, might as well continue with it.
And there's not any other major that perhaps catches your fancy? I know that some might have their... Many grow up wishing to be a sage, I'm aware. Many always have the, I suppose, pipe dream of becoming a viscount or a viscountess.
Being a knight interested me, but I thought I wouldn't fit that role as well.
Why not?
I'm already in the fashion industry, I guess.
Don't think you can kill with a look?
That was my concern, that I wouldn't be able to.
Have you ever had combat training?
Not until the academy, when I wielded a sword for the first time in knighthood.
Can you pull this clock back? Just, I'll push it, you just hold it in place so it doesn't completely topple. Oh, or just pick it up entirely. Thank you. Even if not combat trained, you're definitely strength trained. Real sleeper build. Or maybe it's how you dress that hides the musculature. It's a heavy clock thing.
I've been told about that as well.
What, hiding your musculature?
That I have some strength.
Oh, yes. That's not the door. Well, I'm trying to align people with the majors they selected. If I'm not mistaken, although I do have some holes in my... It's not the right book. Yes, I'm missing Willow and Vicky, the mystery new student. But I don't believe anyone else selected Decorte. It's not really a role you just have one of. Hello?
I'm not sure what that was. Why is there music playing?
Well, you don't have to worry
That was
about
odd.
that. My thought is, I know we only have the one Decorte, but that's a role that usually demands a few people, but I do have 2 knights. But both are roles that I don't believe will come up all too often here. And so
Being
I'm
a
almost
knight?
inclined... Yes. I mean, what danger are we in most of the time here? There's, I think, duties that require perhaps escort would be good. Perhaps a standing guard would be good. Having knights on standby for an event. You can step off the elevator, it's alright. Having knights, I believe, would be good, but it's not a job that will be constantly in service. But at the same time, neither will Decorte. And so I haven't pitched it to Sabrina or Marjorie yet, but I was considering just chewing the idea. I don't even know if I brought it up to Celica, but potentially having you dual acting role. So you'd be an acting knight and an acting Decorte. You would, of course, keep your major as Decorte. You wouldn't have to worry about actually being a knight, but for the sake of keeping the court in check here, because that is evidently something much more of a concern than I thought it would be. I thought everyone could much better regulate themselves, but
Hmm.
Evidently
Not
across
that much.
courts, no, not true. Everyone's working for something. So potentially having hello. You all right?
Sorry. Continue.
No worries. Yes, potentially having you dual role. It would also potentially give you that experience in being a knight where if you perhaps wished for a change, you would have the knowledge.
I wouldn't mind that.
Or back home, it would give you the option, should we not win. Or alternatively, should you not be selected, then I would still most likely put a good word in for you at home, provided you behave yourself. But the only other thing I have for you, I have a note under my Veswin conversation that says, tell Mateus to lock in. I don't know if that's in regards to you in general, or if it's in regards to your kingdom building, because I do believe that was a concern.
Probably both.
You know? Fair.
I've been doing my best of staying out of trouble, which I think has worked lately. I have started my kingdom
That's
building.
quite loud.
Mateus, that's why you only ring it once. Are you well enough to conversate?
Yes, I am.
You're welcome to join. Not everything will pertain to you, but why not? The more the merrier.
Please sit.
See, the plushie's made an entrance here too, and is that a Veswin plushie?
Yes.
Yes.
Make a
I don't
space.
know. I don't know how it happened. I don't think she donated hair, so you know.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
There's a space. Oh, there you go.
Would you tell me your recollection of things tonight, if you're willing to get into that, or we can start with something much more lightweight?
Basically, Professor Saren asked if anyone wanted a duel, and I had new armor that I wished to test out, and I was going up against Daphne. She sent an arcane blast to my face, and things went kind of black after that. I remember waking up in Kingdom Building and had to fly over from Med Bay. And that's about it.
Interesting. Do you know... So Daphne just charged in with that to start?
Yes. I
Interesting.
believe that was the first spell that she used.
And that knocked you clean out.
Yes, that spell can go long for a duration of time. It may not have been the only spell she used, but I don't remember.
I don't blame you. Do you know any reason that she might have been more aggressive towards you? Or our court?
At first I didn't think that it had anything to do with malicious intent, but I've heard from Mateus that he feels differently, that there's a sense of, anger towards me from her. And I also had my booth at the Felfolk Festival vandalized, and I know that she was helping Sol Katarina prepare it, so I think it's just I don't know if it's a coincidence or not. She may be acting on jealousy if if she is acting with malicious intent.
And just so I hear it from you, what would be the reason for this jealousy?
My past friendship with Cassian. I believe Daphne and he were, together. And I don't think she liked that.
Have you had
If
much
allegedly.
other interaction with her?
I've gotten perfume from her before. Usually we had a bit of a business relationship. That was usually it.
So I have my own theories, but it is pending, I suppose, further discussion. We'll have to see how things shake out. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling a bit sore, and I can already see my face blistering a bit. I don't know if I'll have any scarring.
Good thing we got good relationship.
Otherwise, fine.
Appointments best of medical. That's good. That's awesome. That's great. That's fine. I see. Do you have anything else that you would want me to note down?
I don't think so. I think that's everything.
Very well. I have a few bullet points from before this that I wish to discuss with you if you're in well enough shape for that.
Yes, of course.
I have a bullet point that says Veswin duties. And if I remember whatever ramblings I was on at the time, I think that applies to she had you doing certain duties, and I believe she mentioned something about cutting out the middleman being her. Just in her absence now. And if it's duties that require Dear Mateus to step out, then I'm sure he will manage to... Why are you so close? Regardless, if you need him to step out, I can send him away.
No, it's fine. He would help Veswin in the same way that I would.
Perfect, you're getting roped into this.
Basically, any information or anything that I hear would go directly to you. Usually I would have a book to show Veswin. I could do the same if you so wish. It's basically all we did.
I did this for Veswin too.
Yes, anything that I
I've
can...
done a bit of stealing for Veswin, but that also could, if you need that.
Can I ask what stealing? Completely off the record, out of my own curiosity, because if it was my curtains, sub 6 seconds I can go through that window. I bet.
I did not steal
Again.
anything from you, my prince.
Thank you.
It was actually it was a letter that was left for Celica by her bedside when the whole Cinder stuff was happening. So I went to go and collect it while she kept Celica busy.
Interesting and good to know. Yes, I am averse to keeping things in book. I think that with how dirty people have seemingly played here, and I really don't even think we've seen the full extent of how messy people... messy people are willing to play here. Because if this is only the stuff that has come to light, then it surely goes deeper. So Cinderloon hoarding points. Cinderloon targeting the lowest ranked court with a few baker's dozens worth of raccoons. Hello? Oh, okay. This incident with Somera, but that's more personal to personal, potentially. I feel like I have something against Cerulean, but I can't name anything, so it might just be fuck Cerulean for today. Apologies.
Understood.
No, people, I believe, play quite dirty here. And so, realistically, keeping stuff in writing gets iffy if left in the wrong place or someone is able to snag a book. It's rough. I was a little more comfortable doing so with Veswin, as she was at least an acting Viscountess. And so if anything were to happen to her, then I would at least have much more leverage. But given neither of you... you've got a upcoming potential acting role. It's... hello. A bit more... iffy. I don't know if it gives me as much leverage to say my acting somewhat de Corte, somewhat acting knight had some personal effects stolen versus my acting Viscountess had things stolen. As much as they should be treated the same, this school sucks.
Yes.
Speaking of, you have... Sage noted as your major. I believe you were actually the only person with Sage listed, unless Willow or Vicky have it, and I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't either.
But given you're the only one with Sage listed, and honestly, the way I see it, you have a cauldron in your... I'm not going to ask why the plushie's dipping into the cauldron. You've made the teleportation circle that has sent the headmaster to hell before, but...
Oh.
Different water, different boats.
What?
Did something happen?
I don't... Okay.
We can talk later about it. And given you're the only one that's evidently shown enough expressed interest in the major, if Willow or Vicky is indeed majoring in Corte or Knight, or, sorry, Lady in Waiting, or Knight, or Sorceress, then it is my princely responsibility to pay attention to their needs and wants and manage accordingly. I'm going to talk
that off your hand?
I'm going to manage, or I'm going to have some discussions with Celica, and I would be interested in perhaps appointing you as an acting sage. You're already doing the work for it, as I see, so...
Yes, obviously. I would take it, of course.
You are majoring in it. I have that information correct, do I? Okay. With, I was telling Mateus, with Veswin stepping away, it's taking a strong structure and foundation from our court, and I believe that we can perhaps make it up in appointing some different acting rules to spread responsibilities and hold people a little more accountable. If, at the moment, you didn't restock our teleportation circle, yippee. I'm sorry, are you hungry?
Oh, my apologies.
It's dripping on my pant leg. Thank you. Yes, if you didn't restock it at the moment, you have no bearing. You have no official responsibility to that. But to be appointed as an acting sage here, that would become a responsibility, and the rest applies throughout. So we have a sign out there begging people to clean up and dust. That becomes, well, Mateus's job. He's held accountable to it. The knights are held accountable to be around and available and escort. I believe that it will keep us in line and keep us upright. I believe that Selk has been doing a pretty fine job as our acting advisor. I don't know how much experience you at all, either of you, would have with the current advisor, but
I have no idea.
miles to catch up, I suppose, but it takes a very specific, I suppose, mind for it. And
Definitely strong-minded.
yes, in terms of that, I believe she is excelling. And so I think that we will be able to bounce back and continue on our path. I don't like to say it, but while her loss will be great, I think we will be able to keep momentum.
I'm glad.
Speaking of, do you... Now, I've sent Selka to do a few tasks here and there. I'm not sure how much she's interacted with you two, but do you have any thoughts or concerns as of now with her business or her performance as an acting advisor so far?
No, she's definitely doing a good job at being an advisor, I have to say.
Well, that doesn't
I
sound
would have to
backhanded.
agree.
That doesn't sound backhanded. But we all agree.
Is it an advisor's job to be nosy?
Very.
Somewhat, yes.
Oh, okay.
Is it an advisor's job to be into everything? Yes.
Ah,
I believe
that checks then.
there's a million anecdotes with Tavian, but the whole bit about a special type of mind, there's nothing he won't do, and I don't know legitimately what he does for fun, because I don't think there is anything. I think he perhaps averages 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night, and he's happy with that, solely because every waking hour is doing something. Just so that he can... I believe that he got into... There's a niche market on, I suppose, engineering blood, in a fashion. Getting into the more micro aspects of, okay, if you take this blood, combine it with this blood, can we extract elements from this bit of blood? Solely because he wanted a better blood to wake up to for both my father and myself. It's a very interesting type of brain, and I admit I don't think I would be able to do it, but I think Celica is well on her way. That said, speaking of...
Yeah.
Sorry, I flinched.
Are you okay?
Very. Speaking of Celica, she has new information. And I'm not sure... I'm assuming it's the ongoing, which is... Sorry, I'm staring. It's the
It's fine.
stuff between you and Daphne. I'm assuming. If it's other information, 6 seconds. Are you fine if it is relating to this incident, inviting her in?
Sure.
Either that or I can take it elsewhere, but I like the change
I
of
do not
scenery
mind.
besides the creepy hand. Why do you
I
have
got
that?
it in a graveyard.
Oh.
Hmm.
Do you not think that maybe belonged to someone?
I'm sure they didn't need it.
Definitely not.
I found the skull in the graveyard.
Yeah, I got a villager skull up there as well.
Now, where did you get that?
Where did I get it? I don't.
Poor guy. It is information pertaining to the ongoing.
May I come in? Hello.
See, you're keeping a respectable
Hello?
space between that, but he cozies right up to me. Please sit.
Did you get a new cologne at the Valentine's Day Festival thing?
No, I've been rotting in my bed for the last 3 days.
I'm sorry to hear.
What is the new information you had?
Well-
And clarifying the... You said something. Yes, Leonidas.
Yes, I overheard Lord Leonidas and Lady Lafayette in the library. And it would seem that Lady Lafayette knew what she was doing. At the very least, to an extent.
Not shocking.
She said she was not aware that you would be hurt that badly. And Lord Leonidas had said that she knows how powerful magic can be and that she could have easily chosen to stray her arcane magic away from the target. And she said that it was an error on her part. However, it would seem that she knew far more than what she was letting on. She also said that she does not intend to apologize, at least not at this moment. She believes it would be kicking you while you are down.
Well, she kind of went, she lied about that because she just asked if there's any ill will between us.
Is that so? Well, then perhaps she had a change of heart.
Maybe not that
Regardless.
fast.
Yes,
Indeed.
be careful, please.
Regardless, given this information, I would warrant to say that this matter should be treated with the utmost seriousness.
As if it wasn't already. But yes.
She burned you.
It was the magic, but I don't think it will scar too much.
Regardless. At best, this is a case of gross negligence, and at worst, attempted murder.
I would hope that Daphne is not that foolish as to attempt outright murder in front of an entire class.
I would not put it past her, unfortunately.
I was getting to something along those lines. Probably put less elegantly.
Indeed. She's not exactly a stranger to threatening. Well, at the very least, she is not smart enough to cover her malice at points.
I definitely do think she was negligent, for sure. I know that I've had a duel, and I swiftly took someone down, but I also knew to move the magic away so it wouldn't continue to harm them. I don't know if what she did was her trying to murder me. Don't know if I personally would go that far, as there were many other people there. That would be
Indeed.
stupid of her to do it. If she was going to murder me, she'd just take me somewhere quiet.
That would imply that Lady Lafayette is smart.
I just worry about doing too much on this, to be quite honest. Part of me maybe is a bit scared to hash this out because it was a fault on my part for not being better at my own craft.
I believe it's a matter of control. I'm not
Indeed.
too well versed in the arcane, but if you're having a normal duel, just with swords and shields, you don't keep swinging after your opponent has fallen.
Indeed.
And you also, I suppose, in good faith, would try and, I suppose, match blows. If you're ultimately much physically stronger, if you're choosing to use an axe instead, for example, it would be crude just to charge into the fight and wallop them upside the head with an axe, knock them down clean. It'd be ungraceful. It would be just a waste. I mean, if you were evidently going to win. I guess point being, I think to some degree, she had to know what she was doing. I mean, if she
Indeed.
knew she was more adept with magic. Am I understanding correctly that it was a beam? Not a... Or, like a constant stream of energy, or was it just a singular blast?
It was a beam attack, the arcane beam.
Indeed.
It's the 3rd level, I believe. I believe she also teleported before using it.
She did. She had teleported to you, and then she proceeded to fire it off. While not quite point blank, she was quite close. You went down in maybe less than 5 seconds.
Very negligent, then.
Indeed. Lady Lafayette has sparred many times with magic before. She would at the very least know her limits. I know for a fact that she was a sparring partner of Lord Cassian.
Right. They're conscious or subconscious, yes. I believe it just boils down to... She wanted to some degree. I mean, there's too much there where either you are rocks for brains, or you have some sort of ill will. Perhaps not enough to kill, but enough where... scar up a pretty face.
I believe the intent to harm is enough.
Indeed. After... Is the incident report done yet?
Well, considering I have the new information, would that be reasonable to add into the report? Or should we perhaps not show our whole hand?
I'm not sure how Everthorn will handle the incident report.
Probably put it under the rug like they always do.
I wouldn't put past it. I would say that the investigations at this school are quite minimal, if at all.
We
Just
were able
'cause
to get
everything's under
justice with the
Cassio.
raccoons. It was just that it took 3 separate meetings and then figuring it out ourselves and having it work from within ourselves.
So
Truthfully,
we
Everthorn
just
did the
work.
most.
We just work within our own courts then? Perhaps you can talk to Sul Katrina?
I'd be overjoyed. Now watch how overjoyed...
I did suggest
Yes,
that,
okay.
however, I
Watch
do
how
believe
overjoyed I
Everthorn's
am,
involvement would be
sliding off
inevitable,
this
seeing as
couch,
this happened
jumping
during
over Mateus, and
the class.
flying out that window. Sub 8 seconds.
However, Daphne is Professor Saren's younger sister. So, on that point, if there is to be an investigation from Everthorn, we have to request that Professor Saren be removed from the committee.
Wonderful. Great. If you could finish up the incident report, keep it as a running book just in case anything else comes up. Just hold
I
on
will.
to it for now. Don't put it anywhere. Just keep it in a bag, preferably.
Indeed.
And I will think on how to proceed. Get us a few options.
I see. I will put any information that I need into the book, and I will await your word on how to proceed.
Thank you.
Of course. Shall I take my leave then?
Yes, I have one more thing to discuss with Rosalind, but that's just a Rosalind thing. Thank you,
I
Celica.
see. Of course. Please do recover well.
I hope to. Stay there.
Okay. Oh, is this for me?
I request upon your services, and I mean, enlist him if you need to. He is, not yet, but I mean, probably very soon to become an acting decorte.
Okay.
Ioman Kingdom building needs decoration, and it's very large, and I'm going to put signs down in the rooms dictating what each should be, or what the rough idea is. My decoration idea was so far, I think, a bed. Nice small one. And that's about where I
Door?
was going to stop. So, congratulations. Your win. You won.
Wow, thank you. I would be delighted to decorate your home.
Is that too low for you? You sound unenthused.
No, that's fine. Please keep your funds.
Very well.
Do you want to help?
If you need help, I'll help.
He's sick tomorrow.
That it wasn't a yes. I'm automatically. So I'm just gonna do it myself.
Right. I will get these signs out there as soon as I can, just to let you know what rough ideas I have and where.
I can provide outfits in his closet.
Okay.
You know, I had something I wanted to say, but even no. I feel like my filter's been gone today, but even with that, I don't think that one's getting out.
Oh.
Did I say something wrong?
No, I was going to say
Actually-
something horribly wrong.
Actually, give me a moment.
Oh no. Sorry, I mean, oh boy, oh good. I'm very excited.
Oh, this one is good. Tell me what you were going to say.
I'm gonna say, as long as the outfits don't have holes in their pants again.
Again? When, holes in where?
I understand perhaps it's an avant-garde fashion choice, but I don't think assless chaps are my style, I'm afraid. Or frontless chaps either.
And you're making him your decote.
I worry.
I can make respectable clothing.
With the crotch included, please.
Of course, Your Highness.
Thank you. Wonderful. I had just been forgetting about these. Oh joy. Do you have them stuffed away in a backpack?
What?
The
Oh, they're still
no,
in the
they're a
coffer.
box.
Are you trying to steal them?
No.
That's what it looked like from my side.
I was simply adjusting my footing and stretching.
Sure you were.
Dynamic stretching, have you tried it?
Dynamic stretch your way out the door.
going out the window. Okay. All right. Okay. That was good. I'll give her that. Dynamic stretch your way out the door. Shouldn't be that funny to me. Okay. That is handled. That is also handled. This was just nonsense. Next thing on the agenda that I completely forgot was on the agenda. Yippee. Okay. It's bothersome. I feel like I've never been, even when sick, which maybe I still am a little. I feel like even when sick, even when dealing with the initial Veswin situation, incident, outburst, whatever it was, I feel like I've never had to fight this hard to try and, I guess, appear princely. Not even doing that very well.
I see.
Kind of falling flat on the face of that. I don't care. That's the issue right now. I really could not care. Where shall we meet? Well, that's not a yes or no. I'm near Royal Code. I don't care if I stay at Everthorn. I don't care if I'm back at court. I don't care if I'm in the snow somewhere random. I would personally like to be face down and writhe. That's about what would bring me joy at the moment. Less joy and more so apathy. You're not who I want to talk to, even remotely.
Ah, all right.
Okay, maybe
Apologies.
do not sneak up to me like that. Okay.
I was walking.
Into
At
me.
a normal pace, I must say. My apologies.
Perfectly fine. I have a brief note to bring up with you that details... How many Royal Code tutors do you have?
Presently one.
I believe the number is going down to 0, unfortunately.
Oh?
Lady Veswin is fortunately quite ill and has gone back to court.
I see. Do you please, well, may I ask that you tell her I wish her well?
I believe she knows everyone's wishing her well. I don't think she made one enemy. But if I get a chance to write her, I will send her your well wishes.
Quite the star student, especially in Royal Code.
I agree.
Thank you for informing me.
Yes.
Should I understand that you'll be informing the headmaster or acting headmaster of it, or would you prefer that I do so?
I'll let it. You know what? You probably have better contact. I am running around trying to have meetings.
Of course.
So you might have a better chance than I, but I'll try and reach out regardless, so if you don't, then I will make sure of
I'll
it.
be certain to inform Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for telling me, and I do wish her well. I'm glad she knows that, Ben.
I will say, if you need a new Royal Code tutor, it may be wise to reach out to Celica. She's currently my acting advisor here, and so I believe that she may have interest in taking it up, but no guarantees.
Then I shall perhaps ask. We shall see, however.
Sure. Very well. I
Thank you very much.
wish you the best. How many times can I run into one Felfolk in a night? Somehow not even the Felfolk I least want to see the face of. I might have said that in a moment, but no, I think very nearly outdone. I guess with Daphne, it's a different case. Daphne, I feel like there is a discussion to be had that I very much don't want to have. I already get the vibe, general impression that it's going to be another Cinder situation. I really, especially, don't have a Cinder situation with Katarina. Stupid. I mean, dumb. Dumb. Stupid. Whether I like it or not, I think Katarina has me under her thumb. She played me like a fool. Maybe that's discrediting her. Maybe she's never meant to lead me on. Maybe she thought I was under the same understanding that this is just business. This is just obligation. Maybe she knew. Maybe she figured I had the same way I thought maybe she felt some sort of way for me. Maybe she thought that I had the same on understanding it is just business. If she did know, if she did see how I felt, and never said anything, or just, I guess, use that to her advantage on top of the fact that I'm already dependent on her, it's a whole different problem. Entirely. Right. Okay. That's my... Okay. That is my designated... What, spiral, thought blast, whatever it is, of the hour. I'm going to step back out of the storm room in good shape and continue about my night in the discussions I need to. Okay. Deep breaths. Prince that cares. Okay, now... Well, I guess that leaves my favorite conversation of the night. Did I see Violet? Might have Son? I need to be put down. You need to be down. Come on. I believe I saw Lady Violet wandering amok, having a conversation maybe? Where did I see Violet? Have you been here today? Go home. Oh good, these ones are cleaned up at least. I guess someone wanted to use the library. Great. Okay, Violet, which means I need Celica, which means... Okay. I should confirm that I'm not sleeping enough, eh? I should confirm that Lady Violet, do you have time for conversation? Don't do that. Suppose in the meantime, if I can get signs, and get about decorating my, or I guess laying out the decorations for kingdom building. This depends on how long Violet. She might. No, I swear I saw her. I don't know where, but I swear I saw her. Perfect. 10 signs should be more than enough to lay out what I want decorated where, right? Just gotta get over there now. I'm tired. How am I tired? I've slept most of, I feel like, the last 2 days. The last thing I should be is tired. Did I just... Uh-oh. Please send me to purgatory. Get out of my face. Okay. Ain't she a beaut? Okay, the balcony is also looking good. This is a source of joy. This brings joy. This sparks hope, and joy and love. Okay. So, decorations. Big rug. Red. Don't know what to put out there. I had ideas in the blueprint, but I don't know where the blueprint went. This might be an issue. Significant problem. Okay, if I put my mind to it... Oh, no worries. So, I was imagining left... Is this the kitchen? Does this have kitchen energy? This little side closet area? I mean, it's a long strip. I have to imagine it would be the kitchen, because yes, it's either this one or that one. I'm going to say kitchen. Big de corte use. Please fix these stairs. Then, is this the lounge? Yeah, lounge. Lounge. Music. Great. Upstairs. We had a big fancy rug. Doing well there. I wanted a big supper table for dinners. I mean, that's just a missed opportunity if I don't. Truly. So then, what was it, guest rooms? I know I had guest rooms somewhere on the plan, didn't I? Be those two? Maybe? Because these are the stairs up, right? Yes. Is this even? 6 by 6, just about. And this is 5 by 6. Oh, Jesus. Get out of my face. Are I mean, I would assume these are the same blueprint. Dude, I'm at my dorm room right now. It's not where I am. Why do you make my life difficult? It's a 6 by 6. It's also 5 by 6. Screw it. Washroom. We'll have guest room 1 and maybe a guest room 2. 2. Perfect. Yeah, that works. And what do we do for these two? Because I don't think more guest rooms is the move, but they are also doored off. So, like, they gotta be worth something. Not storage. Oh! I mean, like, a working storage could be good. Because I feel like we can have... Like, discussions and meetings can be held in there. Like, in the guest room. I think that's not all too different from, like, meeting in an inn. What else do we need? We have a washroom. We have stairs up. We've got stairs down. We've got a kitchen. We've got a lounge. And these are doored off, so, like, they should require a door. If I put, like, open food tables, why would that need a door? Changing room? No, because that's... We have a washroom. Perhaps just... I mean, mirror the other side. Washroom 1. Washroom 2. That'd be simple. We take this, and this is something else. So now instead of having to come up with 2, we come up with 1. What can we have in here? I mean, maybe another lounge? Like an upstairs, like, private lounge, maybe? So, you know what? Yes. Private lounge, V.I.P talk room. Okay. I'm noticing a critical flaw. I'm out of signs. Right, so I do need those. The rest are going on dark oak. That's okay. Good, no. So, Lady Violet has stated she is able to speak. Could you meet her at her dorm room and let her know I will be there soon? Didn't need that. Okay. So up here. Cool, there's a zombie somewhere. Up here, what? I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose my mind. Stay. Thank you. Out. Out. Gone. You too. Okay. Bedroom. Bedroom. Bed this wall for some hope of privacy. Closet? And out here. Open concept office. Desk right here. She'll do something great with that. Storage, rework if need. Great. I think that covers my bases. Everything that needs to be labeled or can be labeled is. I could just didn't need this again. I'll label where the hot springs are going. Perfect. Otherwise, I mean, no, it should be my duty to decorate proper. Oh, okay. Hot springs. This is an Ezra project. Thanks. Now, take my happy camping vampire butt back home. Quote unquote home to the court. It's dorms, at least. Never coped so hard in my life. Well, trying. Take me away before the creeper gets me. Yay. I'm back. Oh, yeah, those might just be gone. Yeah, no worries. Ow. Thanks. Okay. Do I even have notes going into this meeting? I was gonna say I don't care to, but I mean, I probably should. That's Selex's mail. Do I just have her start collecting my mail at this point? Is that maybe the move? Is that how I proceed? Might be how I proceed. Let's be an acting advisor. That's, I mean, stuff rolls. She said she was in the dorms. Hello there.
Hello. It seems she's not opening the door.
I won't comment.
It may be a moment.
Perhaps. In the meantime, I should take note. What else has she done? No, okay, so frame it proper. We can't get on her case for everything she's done because that's gonna make her panic. Perhaps. No, because if I make it accusatory. I'm tired. If I make it too accusatory, then she'll panic, and that's gonna go worse. If I just say, with Veswin gone, she's gone, by the way, I believe it best to do away with acting viscountesses. They are a bit of a sitting rule. home, and more so here at the same gravity to our court. Large. Same social gravity to our court, which is large. And so I go off of that. So I just say, Veswin's gone. I explain, yes, Veswin's gone. There are not going to be acting Viscountesses here. That includes you. Because it's a role that does nothing. And as much as I believe in her and trust that she will be, she will do great things, I know that her current track record has unfortunately been a bit dicey, or she perhaps has some issues controlling her behavior. And it might be better for everybody involved if, yeah, that works. Apologies, I'm just reviewing notes.
You're all right.
Why, thank you. In the meantime, I guess I clear these out because that's one thing I'm good at. Besides, man, I don't want her to take it heavy or personal, or... I know people have different levels of gravity riding on performance here at the Academy, and I really don't know if Violet is one of them. I truthfully have no metric, even remotely. Well, yeah. Well, that's okay. Perfect. My. Okay. I'm going to briefly change. I'll be back. Get into something more comfortable. I'm warm enough. I don't need a coat. Okay, that's better. Hello. Got me all uptight. Okay. Are you still in your dorm?
Hi. Oh!
Good evening. Or not. No worries.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Where do
How
you
are
wish
you
to
both
meet?
doing today? Anyway, it depends on the tone of this conversation, I suppose.
We can use this space. See why not.
Can we make a space?
Yes, I'm working on that. Sorry to have cut you off. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I recently am working with Lady Wiley to make another path towards a project I'm working on.
A project?
Yeah. Just something silly, something to pass my time, that's all.
Do you have anything at Kingdom Building? Just out of curiosity, like, have you talked to Rosalind about that?
I have. I'm going to be building. Forgive me, I know I'm gonna say it wrong, but I quite honestly don't really know how to say it. Carpathia Legion? And it's like the one for travelers and such. I already have a design in mind.
Honestly, with all due respect, I don't even know what you were trying to say. but I will take your word for it.
Cartography,
How do I-
perhaps?
Ah,
Yeah,
that would make sense. Yes. Okay, I see.
yeah. Forgive me. I
Forgive
just like the idea of it.
me. I don't blame you. Well, as long as the project doesn't take too much priority over your duties with kingdom building, as we are trying to fast track that, then
Yeah, it shouldn't.
wish you well on it.
Yeah.
Are you aware of the ongoings with your roommate?
No, I haven't spoken to her. And it's last I spoken to her was during Rosalind's birthday party.
Yes. She's been quite ill. I hope nothing that you've caught as well.
No, I feel
And
quite well.
glad to hear. And we had a discussion just regarding her state. She only recently was able to get herself up and actually move around.
Oh, that I hope that's not well. No, that's very bad.
We spoke, and what it came down to is she's been obviously bedridden and putting a lot of thought into it, but she believes that being behind on classes already, it's going to be difficult trying to figure out whatever's going on with her, as
Mhm.
with how long this sickness has been affecting her. It's certainly not something ordinary.
Yeah.
She has gone home to court indefinitely.
Oh, it must have been bad. So you left the board then.
You know, I'm hopeful perhaps she hasn't left yet.
Yes.
Otherwise, we may have to make arrangements on getting that bird back to her.
Indeed.
Thank you for bringing that up.
No problem.
But she's unsure how long treatment will take, and I don't blame her. These things can be very difficult. We seem to have an interesting physiology. Vampires, that is. We don't need more than blood, but that also limits our medication options greatly. So I believe that some of us, when afflicted with more serious ailments, struggle.
Mm.
And I can't fault her for trying to play things safe. It did seem like she was in better spirits, but I could tell that she was weaker or weakened. And with how she was portraying it and her own recommendation to consider it indefinite, I believe she was perhaps just putting on a face. I would like to take her at her word and honestly not expect her back. As much as I would like to, I simply believe it might be better to prepare for the case in which she doesn't.
Understood. I'm so sorry.
It's just the newest up and coming, I suppose. But myself and acting advisor Selka had a number of talks on things. Just figuring out how to, lack of a better term, replace Veswin, or make up for the work that she is leaving behind. She was kind enough to help outline some of the duties that we might not have been aware of, and those have been handled. I've had those discussions. And the other method in which we think may help in, I suppose, relieving the work that she's leaving behind is redelegating our acting roles. Prior to this, we just had our acting viscountesses and newly acting advisor Celica. And I believe that we've been getting by okay. I believe that Veswin was doing a lot of our work for us, and in Veswin's absence, that was already falling to Celica. But we, even with majors, haven't yet assigned acting de corte or sages or knights. There is a number of roles left open that I believe, honestly, will cover a lot of what Veswin was doing. That said, it had me on my own thought of what do these roles look like at Everthorn. All of our acting mock court of sorts. And already I've had to make some interesting compromise. Did you know Mateus is our one de corte major? Or lady in waiting, lord in waiting?
Mateus,
Yes.
that is interesting. But I don't think I should talk, but that is interesting.
Yes, he is our only lord in waiting, as far as I'm aware, unless Vicky or Willow have taken those roles. But there is normally a great number of de corte storming around at any point in time. It's, for lack of better terms, it's like watching an anthill. They truly do move around in silence. They keep things running. It's a very efficient operation. I think Mateus has been flippant, but he has been on the better up and up. I think I would send him to new lows if I had him managing everything that a suite of de cortes should do alone. And so already I'm planning to pitch to our knight majors to have them dual act rule, or act a double rule. I'm not sure the exact verbiage of it, but he will single major in Lord in Waiting, and then he will be taking on two roles as both a de corte and as a knight. And I will be offering the same to the knights to keep their major and then also double up as a de corte, just so that hopefully people are able to learn. We're able to keep a smooth operation running.
Mhm.
Everything in between. There is a great number of responsibilities, especially when it comes down to events. I need acting advisor Celica to be able to actually delegate tasks. She's currently trimming a tree. Now,
Okay.
with the generations that lead into getting someone an advisor role in our proper functioning court, well, I'm sure that Advisor Tavian would gladly trim a tree. I think it would be insane to waste his time on that. That would be a de corte's job. That would be much, much below Tavian's station. And so having the de cortes, which I believe are acting de cortes here, would then be Mateus, Marjorie, and Sabrina, gives Celica a decent suite of people that she can actually issue order out to and delegate tasks and more efficiently use her time. The knights, it seems that time here at the academy is getting much more dangerous. I don't know if you've picked up the same understanding, but it seems court tensions are rising. It seems that attacks are more common in whichever one sense or another. So the knights, I know I will also start requiring one escort me. At least for anything important or anything cross-court. I think also having a dedicated response force to anything crucial, having it in the hands of the knights, the eyes and the ears, is good. Again, discussions are tentative. I haven't finalized anything, but Rosalind is our only sage, or sorceress major, that I am aware of. Again, unless Willow or Vicky is. I do not know their majors. This is not information I was given. But Rosalind is likely to take on our acting sage position. I believe that she has already been doing this. She stocks up our waystones, the fun magic circle that brings you to kingdom building. I believe that she experiments quite a lot in her spare time with the arcane. She knows quite a lot and has been, I believe, already acting out this role. There's plenty to do as an acting sage. There's a lot of study to be done. There's a lot of protections to be arranged. Perhaps if Rosalind was an acting sage sooner, which might be on me, we could have perhaps diagnosed Veswin and figured out something earlier. But
You shouldn't put too much hard on. You shouldn't be too hard on yourself for that.
thank you. It's the sage's job to be around and able and ready at emergencies and learning otherwise. And I believe Rosalind has done exactly that. But that does lead me to then our advisor here, acting advisor, sorry, who again has been doing quite a lot. I have this is a new notebook, and even still I have a number of notes of meetings with her, such as asking her to gather me a chest of blood, trim the tree, source me iron, let's see, source another blood chest. I have a note of talk with Celica about everything. Check my other book. I give up checking this other book. Point is, I have had to load so much on Celica already. I believe that she is experiencing the most of the acting advisor role. And she has no shortage of responsibilities. And ultimately that lands me on the role of acting Viscountess, which I have reached a bit of a standstill on. At home, it's already enough of a sitting role, an emergency role. They are there so in the case that something is to happen to me, someone can fill in. The entire structure of Bloodwyn, the reason that Bloodwyn functions the way from sovereign to prince that it does, is that so no one is left blindsided. No one is ever suddenly overloaded with tasks and information and responsibilities that they weren't aware of or weren't prepared for. And so my Viscounts at home learn right alongside me. They are there for any private tutoring sessions. They sit and watch as Tavian teaches me how to hold a sword, or how to tie a tie, or any number of things I need to do. They are understudies of sorts. But very, very rarely, I believe only in cases where I have been ill briefly, and that takes very high priority, where they have had to attend a meeting or two in my place and relay it back to me. They are a scarcely used role at home. There's emergency. It is just a backup. And as unfortunate as it is, well, fortunate in the sense that it's easier to learn, I believe that here at Everthorn, things are scaled down. I believe that anyone in their current acting positions would perhaps crumble at home. I believe that if Celica was to try and take Tavian's place, if anyone was to take Tavian's place, they would fail. I believe if Rosalind was placed in the role of sage at home right now, I believe she would fail. I believe that the needs here are infinitely less. And so when that comes to Viscount and Viscountess, that means the role that already does minimal is responsible essentially for nothing. I believe I may have created a misconception towards the start of our time here. just as Veswin was very outgoing and very much a go-getter. And so I had, in, I believe, Royal Code, named you two as our Viscountesses, just for the sake of class, and then with Veswin's attitude, I decided upon it as a acting role. And I believe that Veswin was carrying out a large majority of what are now Celica's tasks, or what will now be Mateus's tasks, or Marjorie's, or Sabrina's. I believe that she was taking on a lot of work that should have gone to other roles that simply did not exist yet. But now with her gone and us actually properly placing these roles in, I don't entirely see the need for the acting role of Viscountess at Everthorn here anymore. I do still want you to major as an heir. I believe that you do have potential. I just believe that for the sake of keeping the court in line and together and organized, I'm not sure if it's entirely necessary to have the Viscountesses acting here. Does that make sense?
I can see how it makes sense from your point of view.
I would also offer you the same that I'm offering the knights in our singular boyish de corte. Should you wish to take on a different acting role, even though you're majoring as an heir, if you wish to help Mateus out with de corte duties, or if you wish to help out as a knight, I would provide you that option so that you may still have the experience of being an acting position on the court. But I don't believe that it is great from either of our ends. I don't want to put any pressure on you, as being an acting Viscountess, the second to the prince, would put, when realistically your job here is to sit and have a title if you were to stay as an acting Viscountess. I just don't believe that that's fair to you to put that sort of pressure to perform. And I believe that we've had many conversations that have resulted as that, or as a result of that pressure to perform. And then from myself, the public-facing game of your actions when titled as an acting Viscountess are much more heavily scrutinized. Even the smallest imperfections will be picked apart. And so I think it is better for both of us if the title is removed. And again, you may still major as heir. I still would like to see your potential achieved. But as for an acting role right now, I don't believe it's the best for either party, truly.
Have you spoken to the headmaster about this?
No, I don't believe I need to.
I believe you should.
I did appoint you guys in Royal Code. If anything, I might need to. In Royal Code, I believe you'd still hold the roles. It's just not a matter of acting power. But since it has been just my delegations as to try and keep this dorm and our behavior outside of it in line, I don't believe that it's a matter with the headmaster, but may perhaps be a discussion.
If
Mhm.
I may interject.
Sure.
I believe that there is no requirement that any single heir, head heir, or prince, or I suppose any one of the higher end of the hierarchy is necessarily required to have an heir. In fact, I would say for most other courts, they have that system built in, considering they have siblings.
Yes, I wasn't sent with my Viscounts, so I would imagine that it's not exactly required to have a position or a structure of power. I believe that others at least had that luck, but that's because, again, they had a family to bring along with them.
Indeed. Therefore, perhaps keeping the headmaster informed would be a good idea. However, in terms of how we run our court, seeing as they do not want to be directly involved, I would say it is frankly none of their business.
But yes, I will add it to the list of things I need to discuss with the headmaster.
Is that everything?
Yes, I believe so. If you have any questions, please do let me know.
No.
Well,
I'd say that went phenomenal. No questions.
well, it certainly went in a different direction than I was expecting. From your attitude earlier today, I would have expected you would have stripped her title with fire and brimstone.
I believe that she would have lashed out harder if I did.
You may perhaps be right.
Hence trying to come at it from the angle with poise, I suppose. Trying to make it less of an issue about her and her actions, and more so the role just isn't needed.
That is perhaps the better option as of right now. I suppose now all we can do is wait and see how she reacts.
Seemingly
However,
with jubilance.
I would not call that jubilance.
No questions, a swift exit, pure understanding.
Perhaps so.
I am being sarcastic.
I see. Well, whether she takes kindly to it or not, I do believe she understands that she is being monitored, at the very least, waiting to see what her next move will be.
I do want to see if she has a better side that I'm yet to see. A side that is willing to work. I'm hoping that now, I know you mentioned that she feels pressured in the role that she had. Now without it, without a ceiling, I'm hopeful she soars far.
That would be my hope. Unfortunately, she seems to have arrived here unprepared and thrust into a role she was not yet suited for. However, as I'm learning, you cannot truly judge the reactions of others.
Indeed. You can never, yes, truly understand exactly how a person is feeling or thinking or what I suppose, thought they're working under. I would just keep that in mind. I understand that some things are not always the most obvious or apparent.
Of course. I do see potential in her. I think it's simply a matter of allowing it to be drawn out, but not perhaps by a trial by fire.
Indeed. That's why I was careful to phrase if she would like to. She's got options.
Indeed.
If she truly wants to show us her potential on her own volition, I didn't prompt it. The only things I've prompted are routes she could take as that, but she's upset right now, and it would appear.
Indeed.
I can't fault her for it, but we'll just have to see how she responds going forward.
Indeed. Well, if that is all you need of me, I do wish to retire.
Myself as well.
It has been quite a long night.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Take care.
Of course. Yourself as well, Your Highness.
First things first, out the window. No. This whole thing's been one long night. I feel like I just left the festival. I feel like I just sat in a maze having my stupid idiot heart crushed in front of me. I need to breathe. This one is gone. Katarina might as well be gone. At least in the sense that I don't know what I would do if I saw her. I'm mad. I feel like I don't have a right to be mad. I feel like that's more my own mistake, my own stupidity. I mean, that's it's me choosing to stupidly hope. It's my own naivete. So no, I don't have a way or a valid reason to be mad at her. Well, it's not retiring. So no, I mean, I wouldn't have a logical way of yelling at her. I wouldn't want to yell at her, even with. But I would like to talk to her. I'm just not sure I would like what I actually get as a response. Because I know I could arrange a talk with her. She's always been open. It's just I have questions that realistically I have the answers to. I'm okay living in blissful ignorance a little bit longer. That's how I've lived this long. I mean, just a lot of blissful ignorance. I think most of that is gone. I don't really have much blissful ignorance to hold on to anymore. I've gotten my answer. The actions are going to say anything louder than the words, but the words are just going to confirm things. And then I'm going to cry in front of her, and it's not going to be a good look for me. Especially because, I mean, if it wasn't already obvious, if my heart already wasn't on my sleeve for her, then it would be then. Great. Well, I was hopeful I had wool, but floor it is.